2, and we are live. Welcome everyone back to Paintball Therapy. It's been a while. We've all needed some therapy, and what brings us here today is the wonderful company of Kevin Donaldson from the Master Blasters on the East Coast and Marcus Davis from the UK Predators. Gentlemen, welcome.
Hello, Brad. How you doing, bro? Kevin?
Marcus, Brad, how are you guys?
Wonderful.
Really
Wonderful.
good,
Well, where we should start off, Kevin, is the state of the event that you were putting on that some people heard about. For those who haven't, please fill us in on the status of the Woodsball World Cup.
Well, unfortunately, we were forced to cancel the Woodsball World Cup this year. It was supposed to be next weekend, but we just couldn't get enough teams, to commit to the event, due to the coronavirus travel restrictions. I mean, a number of reasons why people couldn't make. We had 7 teams that were going to make it, but didn't feel the event was going to be worthwhile, so we canceled it and canceled it for the year. We've been asked to move it, but I don't see any way that's possible with everything going on this year.
Yeah.
So we're basically going to cancel for 2020, and we'll run it 2021. We are planning on running it between May 15th and June 7th of 2021. And we'll pick a date once I figure out what's going on with the NXL and some of the other events that I obviously don't want to interfere with. So
right.
interfere with me.
Makes
so
sense.
If you're planning on playing it next year, but mark your calendars somewhere between the 15th of May and June 7th.
Yeah, I am.
Perfect.
Yeah, to be honest with you, as I said, you guys already know that I've already paid my deposit and booked up the next year already. Right? I was absolutely gutted, right, that I couldn't come this year. And to be honest with you, I'm going to be really, really truthful. I'm actually quite happy that it's been cancelled because I wanted to be there for the first one. Maybe that's being selfish, right? But I wanted to be there for the first one and play in the first ever 10-man all Woodsball World Cup, and the UK Predators wanted to be there. So I know it might have pissed you off, Kev, but to be honest with you, I'm quite happy because I know next year, brother, I'm going to be there, man, and I'm going to support you, and I'll be singing, I'll be getting his and I've probably got another 2 UK teams that are going to come with us.
That'd be great.
So we're going to be there, mate. Whatever happens, you have my word, we will be there. Right? If all the travel restrictions have been lifted, we will be there. Right? You know what I mean? The thing with it is, I think what's that old saying? If you do the talk, you got to do the walk. Well, we've all been talking about Woodsball and promoting this and promoting that. Well, do you know what? I'm going to put my money where my mouth is, and I'm coming to America and I'm supporting your event because I want to play all Woodsball and nothing else. That's why I'm coming, mate.
Well, I appreciate that, Marcus. I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? The thing with it is right, what you're putting on is what we want to play. Right? We want to go to fields that are made by Woodsball players for Woodsball players. They're not just thrown together, and they're big fields. Like you said, you've got to actually run to your barricade and your positions to actually eliminate a player. Right? That's the difference. That's why I want to come and play your event.
Yeah. You're not killing anybody on a break on our fields, that's for sure.
No, right? And that's the difference. And anybody out there that's a real, true Woodsball player will come and support your event, right? And that's why we're coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've been honest with you. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I was. You know what I mean? I was sort of almost like having nightmares about watching you guys at this year's event, but now you're not playing it in a selfish way. I'm glad you're not, because I could be there next year. Right? You know what I mean? I feel, like I said in the last video, I feel like this is the rebirth of real Woodsball paintball game, and we are really being instrumental in it. You know, it's like I feel like a phoenix.
Rising from the ashes.
Rising from the
Yeah,
that's what I felt like 10 years ago.
Yeah, right. And like that old saying, I got putting the love back in the Woodsball. You know, because when I stopped playing Woodsball because I fell out of love with the game because of the electronic guns and the 10.5 ramping and the small fields, and I fell out of love with it. But you know what? I'm getting the love back for this again. I'm getting my mojo back. You know what I mean? And I'm happy. And
that's how I felt.
I know that we've had a lot of shit with the coronavirus and stuff. I appreciate that, and it's upsetting. It's put a lot of people backwards. But all my plans are now for next year. You know what I mean? What do you think, Ed?
I'm in. I'm all in for Woodsball. You know that.
Yeah.
It's what I'm about. It's where I started, and that's where I'm going to end.
Yeah, brother. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And the thing is that this is a year of transition with the coronavirus and the lockdown. There's some states that people can't go out of. There's some states that people can go out of. The borders are closed at the northern side and the southern side of the country. It's really hard to pull anything off travel wise across country for sure.
Well, look, Skirmish just canceled Invasion of Normandy.
Right.
I mean, what does that tell you?
Right.
4,000 player game canceled.
Yep.
Bill Bailey canceling Monte Cristo.
Yep.
Or Monte Casino or whatever.
Show. Yep.
You know, I mean, these are events that have been going on for years and they can't get them off the ground. So
true.
And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more. I mean, you know, with them talking about these this resurgence in coronavirus, I mean, I wonder what's going to really happen with the ICC. You know, it's still on.
Right.
It's still on, but Pennsylvania tomorrow, the governor can say 250 people max. What happens to that event, right?
Right. And what about the teams from out of the country who can't come in? I mean, they probably sell their spots, but nobody's even, I think they're waiting till the last moment because they're all planning on going.
I haven't even booked my team's hotel yet.
Yeah.
Normally, this is done months in advance.
Right.
Do you know what?
I mean, I'm going to have to do it next week, but as of today, I don't even have the hotel rooms booked for the team yet.
Yep.
Do you know what I think, to be realistic, and I don't want to put everybody like on a downer, but what we've got to do is just do what we can do this year and build our plans for next year and come back with a vengeance. Right? All the things we want to do, we've got plenty of time now to put things in place and get next year, start off next year with a bang. Right?
Yeah.
And I think you got to be realistic because the coronavirus is no joke. 40,000 people have died in the UK. God knows how many people have died in America. It's no joke, but it is getting better. And it's like anything; it needs a bit of time. And sometimes when you rush something too much, it's the worst thing in the world. Right. I've sort of adjusted myself to the mind's thought that this year for paintball is going to be very, very limited. If we can play, hallelujah. If we can't, whatever. Right? Yep. And I think if a lot of people do that and plan for next year, make next year a good year, I think everything will be good.
Well, we're playing, just not playing any tournaments. We're playing every weekend.
Yeah. See,
in fact, I'm going up to Jerry's. I'm going up to Jerry's tomorrow to work on fields more.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I played a tournament last weekend.
Yeah, we practiced last weekend. Had a tournament the week before.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I don't like it no more. We can't play over at the moment. It's only the lockdown is only just sort of starting to release. But everybody, you know what? Everybody's positive,
right?
And everybody's looking forward to next year. That's a good thing.
Yes, and everybody is responding to the cries and the call outs from other fields and promoters. It's like, follow us if you want this, follow us if you want that, because you have it here and there. Hello.
Right. Now, that's my beautiful wife. See, what she's telling me was we've got some friends over tonight and we're having something to eat. So I've sacrificed my time with my wife and my friends tonight for paintball. Yet again.
Yet again, right.
Yes.
Yet again.
Yes.
Right.
We can definitely condense the episode because it's one of those things where we'll probably want to expound on things that we talk about, especially knowing what I know is coming up. So with that, Marcus, feel free to if almost on cue. If almost on cue.
Guys. Now, I've had a lot of my friends and stuff contact me. And in England we have a saying. It's called putting your money where your mouth is. Right? I keep on banging on about all Woodsball events and this should happen and that should happen and we should do this and we should do that. So you know what my friend said to me? Well, why don't you put an event on? And I went, okay. So I've now got to stand up to the plate, you know. So next year in August, the first week in August, I'm putting on the first ever all Woodsball 7-man World Cup. And I'm going to be working with Kevin. Right, the same rules those guys are playing. We're using the same rules. It's going to be a classic event. I'm designing the fields. Right, the UK Predators, just like the Master Blasters have done, we are not playing the event because that's not fair. Right, we are going to be there. I've got some of the top UK refs in the world. Anthony Martin is one of them. Mark Morgan and also Peter Marsh are very, very well renowned in the sub-air circles. Those guys are going to be the head refs. I'm going to be running the event, but I will not have anything to do with the actual overall marshalling or the event. Right? So that way then nobody can accuse me of being biased to one team or the other. It's totally out of my hands. Right? I'm going to be designing the fields just like Kevin done. They're going to be huge Woodsball fields designed by a Woodsball player for Woodsball players. Right? And it's going to be a bring your own event. Right? And it's going to be fun. It's not been done in the UK yet. You've had 5-man, you've had 10-man, you only had 7-man. Right? Thank you, darling. Right. I'll get looked after here sometimes, lovely. Right. See? All right. He's touching my ball patch. Right. So, as I said, it's an event, and the good thing with it is, me and Kevin have had an arrangement, right, that the UK Predators are, as I promised, I gave my word, I don't break my word, we're going to the Woodsball World Cup 10-man. Kevin is bringing the Master Blasters over to play in my event. I've also got, I've got All-Americans. I've got the Ironmen. Right? There's a possibility of Aftershock. I've also got the New York Ghosts, just to start off with. I've got a team from Europe which won the last Grand Central Classic, which is Joy Division, which is a Swedish team. They're going to play. I've got all the top English teams. I've got the Turks. I've got the Russians. I've got Blow. I've got all the top English teams. It's going to be a good event, right? And I'm going to be there. All the ideas that I've got, which I'm going to share with Kevin, and Kevin shares with me, we bounce off each other a real lot, right? About Woodsball and barricades and different. And trust me now, the positive, aggressive teams that go out and win their games by merit, right? The fields will be made for teams that go to win their games, not for, and I'll say that again, not for teams that sit in their arse and do fuck all and hide behind their guns, right? I will make the fields in a way and the barricades and the bunkers, right, that the guys moving forward, the ball's big enough to go and win their games, they will get rewarded. And I'm not doing 8-minute games. I'm not doing 10-minute games. I'm doing 12-minute games on a 7-man. I'm going back to real old school.
Yep.
Right? And this is what I want. This is what I want to do. And something else has not been done either yet. We are playing, right? I'm putting this out there to everybody. There's going to be 3 fields that we're playing. It's going to be a straight round robin, Best team on the day gets through to the finals. But the best bit is in the finals, we're having 4 fields. That you only play the 4th field in the finals. But you can't walk this field until you qualify for the finals.
That's what we're doing. That's what we do.
Yeah. And that's
We have one field you can't go near until you qualify. Then you have to blind. You have to play it blind.
Yes. Right.
It's a blind layout at that point.
Yeah, and I've got some idea and some bunkers and stuff and different bits and pieces, but obviously I'm going to release that a little bit closer to the date. But as I tell you, it's a bring your own event, just like Kevin's is. Me and Kevin are working hand in hand with each other. So anybody from America who wants to come over and play, you have my word. I don't give a toss what colour or where you come from, what your colour is, what your nationality is, or what your flag is. You will get marshalled fairly. If you win your games by merit, you will win. It won't be a case if you go on the field and you win, and then you lose the game when you come off to somebody trying to pull some shenanigans. Right? Everybody will be marshalled fairly. Right? And what we're doing as well, we're going back a little bit old school. Years ago, they used to have a big Mayhem trophy, which was a silver-plated trophy and a cup. Right? We're going to have one of those. Right? And you're going to have if you win the event, you're going to have your name engraved in it, but you've got to come back next year and defend it. Like we did years ago.
Yes.
Right? The pro teams, you're not getting no prizes because you have enough. And most of the time when you win prizes, you can't use them anyway because you're sponsored. All the prizes are going to the amateur teams. But one thing I will guarantee that the pro teams, you're going to get a trophy that big, you're going to need an aeroplane to take it home. Right? Real Woodsball by real Woodsball players. And that's why me and Kevin are working together.
Oh. Come back, Marcus.
I'm in, brother. You got me, yeah?
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, you're back.
Kevin Costner's immortal words was, we will build it. Me and Kevin, we will build it. You will come.
True.
It's as simple as that.
You heard it here first.
And now they'll have an opportunity with our 2 events to actually be legitimate world champions.
Yes, brother. Yeah.
You know, you'll be legit. You come and win both of those, maybe there'll be a little bonus if you can win 2, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. So
a bonus trophy if you can come and win both of these events. Doubt that's ever going to happen, but
that's a good idea. But you know what? The thing with it is, it's like I'm so enthusiastic about real Woodsball that if people say to me, well, Mark, you do it. So we are doing it. That's how passionate we are about it, right? And hopefully we can leave a legacy behind us that can be carried on. You know what I mean? So, and the thing with it is, you know, Kevin, the reason I'm coming to America to play in the Woodsball World Cup at 10 is because you make the fields. Because I know they're going to be good. You're coming to England to play in my event because you know the fields are going to be designed by me. Right? And that's the difference. It's Woodsball for Woodsball players. For Woodsball players.
Right.
Right. So, right.
And everybody heard it here, and they got a year to get ready. So if you don't know how to play Woodsball, you better start getting out and practicing now.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. So I think that's, you know, I'm really, really enthusiastic. It's like when I heard that Kevin was putting on the Woodsball 10-man World Cup again, it was like, I went, Jesus, hallelujah, it's happening. And I got so enthusiastic about it, right? And everybody that watches these videos and comments on it and likes it, right? If you like it, then support it. If you support it, do you know what, boys and girls? If you support it, it will grow. Because at the end of the day, without your help, we can't grow it. We need your help. If you're as passionate about Woodsball that we are, we need your help to support our events. And I'll tell you something now, right? For me and Kevin, this isn't about earning money.
Right.
We are putting these events on. Yes, we will make a little profit. I'm not going to tell you no lies, but we're not going to strangle people for every dollar or for every pound out of their pocket. We are going to be fair, and it's for the players, by the players.
Yep.
Right, and I'll stand up to that from now until the day dawn. All right, and Kevin will do the same thing.
True. Very true.
You, Kev.
I'm all about it, Marcus. You know, I've said it 100 times, 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times. You know, I'm in it for Woodsball. It's all about Woodsball. I realize that all these carnival games are a stepping stone, but they're just a means to the end as far as I'm concerned.
Don't get me wrong. I look at paintball now as like racing car, like car racing. In America, you have NASCAR, you have lots of different formats, but at the end of the day, you're still in a car racing.
Right.
And everybody chooses to do what they want to do. It's the same thing with paintball. We've said this many, many times. For me, a paintball player, regardless what format you play, is a friend of mine because you're a paintball player.
Absolutely.
But we all choose to play different formats, right?
True.
I'm passionate about a certain format, and so is Kevin. It doesn't mean that the other formats are not paintball. It's just something that we don't necessarily play.
Right.
And it's the same thing if you look at car racing, right? In America, you have lots of different formats, and you have champions in their own formats. And I think it's healthy.
Right. Absolutely.
Right? So as I turned around and said, next year is going to be a good year, right? And also as well, Planet Eclipse sponsoring my event. And they're probably going to help Kevin with his event as well. And what we're going to do, all our sponsors, we're going to sort of get together and they're all going to come to the same events.
Wonderful.
Yep. But what we're not going to do, right? I'm not going to charge the actual guys that want to come, like the sponsors and the guys that want to come there with their products. I'm not going to rip them to pieces that cost them that much that they actually lose money to come there and be there to promote their stuff. All right, because that's what a lot of these event organisers do now. You have somebody, let's say, for example, Push goes to an event. Right, they go there, they're losing money before they even get there. How can that be sustained? It can't be. So that's what I'm not doing. Anybody that wants to come to my event and Kevin's event, if you're there, we're going to look after you because we want to grow Woodsball. Right?
Yeah, I believe sponsors shouldn't have to spend $2,000 and $3,000 to come to an event. No. That's for sure.
Right. If you guys want to throw some prizes in for the amateur teams, do you know what? You can come to my event and you can come there free. I ain't going to charge you money. But you throw some prizes in for the amateur teams. As far as I'm concerned, as long as the actual site organizer doesn't charge you any more for extra space, you can come there free of charge. Because this is what we need to do. Because you know what? We need to put something back in. We can't keep on strangling people all the time. It's not about money all the time. We need to allow our sport and the sponsors and the manufacturers to grow, right? Because without those guys, we ain't gonna have nothing. And we got to look at what we got to look a little bit further than the end of your nose. Right? There's two ways you can do business. You can earn money a lot of money out of somebody really, really quickly, and you never see them again. Or you can have a little bit over 10 years, and you earn more money out of them, and everybody's happy. And I think that's the way we got to work.
Yep. Thing is, Marcus, neither one of us are looking at this to make a living. No. I don't. I've made my living. I don't need the money. I'm not going to lose any money. Don't get me wrong. I'm not in this. I'm not a charity. But but I don't have to make World Cup money. I don't care. Take care of my location. Take care of my staff. Take care of whatever it is I got to provide. And
we had this discussion before, right? When I put my event on the same as you, if I break even and the only thing it costs me is my time, I'm happy with that.
True.
Kevin, you still there, brother?
I think he's frozen in time. It's taken his energy as well.
But as I said,
he'll log back in. And it's one of those things, Marcus, that it's so true. As the years progress in the States, I talk to people around who are saying, hey, this classic thing's a real deal. And people like Kevin, yourself, Tim Montress, or other guys have said, yes, this format is legit and it can grow. It's going to spawn growth. And that's what's good for paintball. And what's good for paintball is also giving those people who want a specific flavor of paintball what it is that they want. And you hit it right on the head when you said proper Woodsball, because I could definitely say that the classic proper Woodsball fields were the giant fields that we played, and that's kind of lacking in some, not the Woodsball World Cup that Kevin was doing or in your event, but you're fulfilling that need that people want, and that's really where we're at with that.
Do you know what the thing with it is for me? Right, what really upsets me is it's like going to a restaurant and you see something in the menu, you go, oh, I don't like that. And I say to them, have you tried it? No.
Right.
How do you know you don't like it then? Because somebody else told me that it's not very nice. But have you tried it? No, I haven't. Right? All you guys out there that haven't played real Woodsball, do you know what? Come and play an event, then make an assumption, and then give me an opinion after the event. And if you don't like it, and you think, right, then I can respect your judgment then. But don't turn around and tell me you don't like something if you haven't played it. Come and give it a try.
True.
Right? And I think that's fair.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right? At the end of the day, the thing of it is, what people don't understand, if Woodsball grows, so does SUP air grow. The airball grows. And the scenario grows. And all the other facets of paintball grows. And we're all in this together. Right? This is what we need to do. We all need to come together and make this grow, because at the moment it feels almost like you're all fighting against each other.
And it's one of the things that kind of binds us all together and makes it what it needs to be to focus into the growth of everything. And again, without people working together and supporting each other, growth is very, very difficult, if not impossible. Kevin, I see Kevin's trying to get on here. His phone probably died. His battery died, which is something that always seems to happen to Kevin.
One little thing, all your American teams out there that are watching this podcast are American players. Come over to England. I'll guarantee you'll be treated fair and square and you'll like it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, yep. We need to grow this. We all need to work together to grow this. If you're passionate about Woodsball, right, send me a friend request, right, and I'll talk to you and I'll give you all the updates and you can ask me any questions you want and you'll be treated fairly. If you're worried about paint sponsors, I can sort paint out and different bits and pieces. So bring your own event, right? At this moment, Tomahawk's going to be there, right? Vulcan's going to be there. GR's probably going to be there, and everybody else is going to be there. So you're sponsored by your team, by these manufacturers. You can get your paint sorted out, okay? We're actually charging you £75 a head for the entrance fee, which is cheaper than going to America to play, all right? Because as I said, all we want to do, we want to grow this and get it out there and get like an international sort of circuit going again.
It makes complete sense, and it's something that it's great that you're in charge and directing the whole thing, because from the top to the bottom, no detail will go unnoticed, because you've done this a time or 17 before, so it's one of those things.
Right, I can guarantee you one thing, right? You come to my event, right? The fields that you're playing will be the nuts.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, maybe some of the other stuff might not be as good, maybe, but you're coming out to play Woodsball.
Right.
Right. I'm not going to have the a la carte food, right? Or I'm not going to have Starbucks standing there dishing up coffee. But I'll guarantee you one thing: when you go and play on my Woodsball fields, they'll be made by us and the UK Predators for Woodsball players, because that's what you're going there for. All right?
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That's
I
perfect.
can't say no more than that. But as I said, the same thing. That's why I'm going to America to play in Kevin's event at the 10-man.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So as I said, any of you guys that are playing in Kevin's event, right, please contact me and I'll probably be able to sort something out with any of you guys that are going to be doing. Oh, Kevin's coming back on there. I was saying,
Sorry,
Kevin,
guys.
that's right. I was saying,
My
Kev,
phone overheated.
well, I was saying, any guys that are going to the 10-man Woodsball World Cup in May, if you're prepared to come over to England and play in August, I will help you and I'll sort something out for you. All right.
Excellent.
But only if you're booked into Kevin's event. All right. Because me and Kevin are going to work off of each other. Because I said, all we want to do, we want to see this work, and we want to see this grow. All right.
That's perfect. That's
Good.
perfect.
All right.
And
Sounds like a plan, Marcus. I couldn't have a better partner in this.
Well, please God, brother. All we could do, mate. Nobody could knock us for our passion, can they?
No, not at all. Not at all.
You know,
well,
it's nice thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
It's one of those things that it's a great thing that you guys do this. You get together, you are able to talk about the changing landscape, because we all knew that it was going to be kind of a tumultuous year with the COVID and everything else. But it's great to have you guys come and do this. So I again wanted to thank both of you for that.
No, but you know what, though, brother? Thank you for giving me and Kevin a platform for people to hear our voice. Because without you, people can't hear us. So we let's put it this way: we all need each other.
Yes,
and that's how it should be. We've all got each other's backs. Right.
That's the one thing about paintball is that, our friendships just never go away, and we're all here for each other, and we're all together in paintball. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're from or who you play for or any of that nonsense. We're all in this for the same reasons. We love the game.
Very true. Very true.
As I said, you guys out there, if this is what you want to play Woodsball, then all we ask from you is to come and support the events.
Yep.
If you support the events and you love Woodsball, you're building something for your kids. You can leave a legacy behind you, right? When your kids grow up, they can go and play Woodsball, right? Because that's what I think, right? And Kevin is exactly the same.
Yes.
Right. So as I said, you guys are at the Woodsball. Come and support our events, right? If you're passionate about it, come and support. All we need is your support. If you guys, we need your support to help us grow it, right? And if it grows, it gets better and better, and it's better for everybody, like it used to be in the old day. All right.
It's true. It's true. And Kevin apparently overheated again, but I think what we'll do is we will just call it at this point, because that's a lot of information to chew on with Kevin's event coming, now your event coming next year as well, and what can happen with both of the events. Working together is only great things for people. So anyone who's been watching this, please reach out to either Kevin or Marcus and make sure that you have all your questions answered by them if you need anything. And Marcus, we'll have you on very soon to talk about any new developments with it. And when Kevin's phone actually cools down, I'm sure he will join us. He'll be able to join us again. But, again, Marcus, thank you very much for your time and, keeping in contact in one of these, in this day and age, and with what's going on with the virus. It's a great thing. So thank you very much.
You're more than welcome, man. As I turn around and say, like I say every week, stay safe, everybody. Look after yourself. God bless. And I'll see you hopefully again, all right? Take care, my friend. God bless you. I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you very much. And everyone, thank you very much for joining us. See you at the next therapy session. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.